The Brotherhood's siege is in vain. I am Dracul, Prince of Darkness.
Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Castlevania Lords of Shadow Prince of Darkness difficulty walkthrough. This is the Carmilla boss fight. This is one of the simpler boss fights on the game. I make a mistake in it as well because I'm experimenting and I didn't think I'd kill her. I thought I'd probably die a few times and then take her on again. But the moral of the story is you have to break this orb around her twice and then you get to fight her. And you break it by using the Chaos Magic. But I decided to test the dragon on the second phase. So I broke the first one with punches and I break this one with the dragon, and it does work. But it's a waste of the dragon because I personally think unless you buy it back, and if you're doing what I'm doing on the guide, which is I'm not breaking boxes so I'm not picking them up, I think there's a much better place to use this at. And the place is when you get to the cathedral, when you're following the Brotherhood of Light guy, because there's two mechs that fall from the sky and a bunch of the standard soldiers, and that room is just a nightmare of getting shot. So that is the best place to use the dragon in my opinion, and that right there was a waste because I didn't need it. So my life is kind of low, so I freeze her and then I start getting some life back with the Void Sword. It's one of the rare instances you're going to see me do that. And this boss has friends because the game's just like that, but I use it to sync block this guy and get some quick hits to heal myself. And I think if you kill these guys, they come back, so I don't think there's any point in focusing on them. What you want to do is you want to hit her with the ice, and then you want to beat her up, and just keep focusing on her. Because the dudes, considering this is the hardest difficulty, unless they do that attack that he just did, they're incredibly passive. And because they don't have a shield, they can't drain your life from a distance. I'm not too sure if they can throw a wind at you. They might still be able to do that, which is their bullshit projectile. And every enemy and boss has one. But you'll notice I'm testing to see if I can kill the flackies, which I've done it again, lackeys and flunkies, to see if they don't come back. And I believe that they do. So I bite this guy to get some life back, and then it's just me and the boss. Or is it? We'll soon see. So she fires the lightning. It's very easy to dodge. Oh, actually, they might not come back, so it might be worthwhile taking them out. And the attack I recommend doing to do the most damage is the sustained whip when you hold X. Because look at that, man. It does massive damage. The only thing that does more damage than that is probably the Chaos Gauntlets. Or maybe the hold Y attack if you do that for long enough, because that one is wicked powerful if you get a ton of hits, because it's really fast. But this is the next phase. And all you have to do is attack all the dudes around you. And I think a really good move for this would be the hold left trigger and Y with the Chaos Gauntlets, because it attracts people and does damage, but I'm not too sure if it would suck them in, so I never tested it. But I think I'm gonna come back to these bosses to try and get some cool fights just for individual videos a bit later on when the games calm down. And this is the final phase. So to get out of this grab you want to turn into Mist, which is the ability that we've just learnt. And if anything grabs you in this game, if you press Mist, you'll get out of it. That includes the shields that drain your life, that includes the grabs from the holy, like, Templar Knights, that includes the grabs from those skinny scrubber zombies. Every single grab in this game can be evaded with the Mist. So, the final phase against Carmilla, she's got massive range. Massive range with that thing, and all you want to do is freeze her and then hit her. It really is quite simple, but I'm going to get hit a lot for no other reason than because I suck. And if your life does get low, you can just go back through the gate and bite your wife, because she likes that for some reason, and she fully heals you, so it's almost a tutorial boss at this point. And you just want to try and avoid that massive hit that he keeps hitting me with, even though I'm evading. That right there is that two-piece that the boss has. Every boss has it. Notice how one went to left, one went to right. He's doing it now. Left, right. Every boss has that. It's bullshit. Not a fan. And that's the end of the fight. And this has done two things. Not only has this allowed us to beat up this seemingly attractive, crazy vampire woman, who we killed in the previous game, but yet she's alive in this one, but it's also given us access to the Mist. And throughout this game I've been mentioning a secret technique, even though it's not a secret technique, I've just been a little bit coy with it. And it's the Mist, guys. The Mist is the most powerful move on this game. And you're probably thinking, to get to high platforms? Well, yeah, you can get to platforms that you would normally need a double jump with. Well, some platforms, it's got to be in moderation. But the thing that makes the mist really powerful is you can activate it 4 or 5 times before it drains your blood completely. You can hold it for prolonged periods of time, but the most important thing is it's almost instant when you press it, and it's infinite iframes while you're in it. So any boss that has attacks that you don't know how to dodge or you don't like, just hit mist. If you see an unblockable attack coming and you're in his face bashing X, hit mist. At the end of the attack, reform, start hitting. You can literally stay in the pocket of every enemy on this game, every boss on this game, and take no damage if you're good enough at using it. And a lot of the bosses will have unblockables and blockable hits, so you use the mist for the unblockables, and then you sync block and attack for the blockable stuff. And in the time those attacks have landed, you've already regenerated your blood. And it's literally this just self-repeating cycle of immunity, and it is amazingly powerful. And I just didn't think to do it. And you might be thinking, oh, I've been using that all the time, it was just something I kind of did. But when I looked on YouTube, once I'd made the guide to see if anybody else had clicked on that the mist was that powerful, I only saw 2 sets of videos. I saw the guy that I mentioned earlier who was playing on normal, but when you search the hardest difficulty it finds his videos. He wasn't really using the mist at all. And then there was a guy called Master LL, who's a really, really cool, really awesome uploader who does some insane stuff in games. And I watched his Zobek fight, I watched his Victor Belmont fight, and I didn't see him doing it either. He was just evading, just like I was on my first playthrough. So I don't think people understand yet the power of the mist, and I'm hoping to propagate just how good it is. And chances are you already know, and that was really disappointing. But I didn't, and when I figured it out, it was life-altering in this game, because it made everything that was bugging me go away. But thank you for watching, and as always, you take care now.